Joining me to talk more about it and the uptick in momentum from labor movements, Neely Tamminga, co-founder of Distill, a strategic advisory company for leaders in the consumer sector. Thanks for being here. I mean, this is a big one, right? You talk about how many employees and employers could be impacted, but the medical community as a whole, and then patients. Let's start with the immediate ripple effects of this type of strike in this industry. What do you see?
You know, all consumer spending begins with an economic reality. And, the consumer is first the laborer. So it matters when our labor economy is disrupted. People all of a sudden might lose a little bit of hope about their opportunity, or they could possibly be losing some momentum or even productivity while they're in this period of this liminal space of negotiation. So we do watch this very closely because it can affect consumption, and sometimes immediately.
And the question being, why are we seeing so many strikes? I hate to say it, but we look back at the last few years and the pandemic impact, and you heard so often about essential workers, and many of these have been essential workers, the auto workers, the healthcare industry. How much does that play into this moment now?
Marni, I think that's the salient point in the conversation here on what's going on with labor relations. I mean, overall, back in the summer of 2020, we fired 24 million people overnight and decided to declare half the people, essential and half non-essential. And those who were viewed as essential, while we liked that title, they ended up being overworked because of some of those dynamics. I mean, remember, we had the traveling nurses. In many cases, were earning 3 times the rate of existing nurses who retained and stayed where they were. It's entirely plausible that they're not feeling the full effects of their loyalty, especially as the cost of living has gone up. This is a complicated matter that we're all going to have to wrestle with. But at the end of the day, it's about trust.
Right. And it's about quality of life, and it's about fairness for many. You saw the writers' strike end. They were able to negotiate terms. The auto workers are still on strike. I'm wondering, Neely, if companies are preemptively looking at how they treat employees to avoid these types of situations right now because it is so imminent.
It's probably a both-and situation. And, keep in mind that October is budgeting month for most of corporate America. And so very likely conversations are being had in boardrooms around, okay, are we going to be held captive to the dollar demands, or are there alternative ways? We've certainly seen some of the ramifications of being held captive in food services and accommodations, right, with automated kiosk check-ins. Now you have food lines being automated over at Chipotle, right? So that is one potential expression out of it. Or leaders can do some thinking about what can we do to build trust beyond just having pizza parties and ping pong tables.
Right. And one question that so many are trying to reconcile, especially as it pertains to the auto workers strike, is they want higher pay, but they want to work fewer hours. And many non-union workers say, I don't see that as a reasonable demand. Both cannot be true at the same time. How do the unions come to a point where they're paid fairly for what they do, but they work the hours that they're being paid to do so?
Again, you're bringing up a great point that not all provisions are equal, right? In terms of the movement, it's important that we're having this conversation. For many union workers, they haven't actually seen cost of living increases, or at least very many over the last kind of 10, 15 years. So it makes sense that why they want to have those conversations. That said, the near retirees in these unions, they need that boost to really affect their long-term pension payouts. So now we're back to a conversation around, are we robbing today to pay the future, or are we making the pain today, right? It ultimately, there's so much complexity to this matter, and I think it's good that as a nation we're having the conversation.
Right. And finally, in the auto workers strike, CEO pay has been a major sticking point, that the CEOs have made so much money and the workers have not seen their pay increase. What's the leverage for the union in this Kaiser Permanente strike?
That's a really great question. I would say, for our perspective, CEO compensation is a really easy target to go after. I can understand why that's used as a leverage point. But at the end of the day, they need to make sure that people aren't out of work for too long, especially as the window for labor demand starts to close.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.